What's up, YouTube land? Xeno Gaming back with round 5 of the Transnation Esports Oceania Regionals here Sunday Night League. We are at Singapore Grand Prix at the Marina Bay circuit, one of the toughest, most busiest circuits on the Formula 1 calendar. Absolutely, I think the second most difficult track on the calendar behind Monaco. Some people can argue it's more difficult than Monaco, but I believe Monaco's a little bit more difficult. Little bit more room. There is a little bit of runoff area here, so there is a little bit of room for error, but not much at all. So we're going into qualifying now, and as you can see, I don't know if you caught that quickly, but it says there is rain 10 minutes into the session. But I don't know if this is a bug with the Codemasters game. For other drivers in the session, it said there was going to be no rain on their screen at all, and on my screen it said we will get rain 10 minutes light rain 10 minutes into the session. So I don't know if this is a bug from Codemasters or what, for differing outcomes for each screen. Now this is the start of my qualifying lap. You can see the rain started coming already, despite Codemasters saying it's supposed to come in 10 minutes time. So I'm not sure if that's just a bug on the game, especially for some drivers to say it didn't have rain at all, and it just really ruined some people's strategies for this qualifying, and it ruined, So anyway, here's the qualifying lap now as we open the DRS, coming down the back straight here, getting to 7th gear. 8th gear is not needed around this track. Brake at the 50 metre board. I like to go down the 4th gear because I feel like when I go down the 3rd, the car's not stable. Up to 5th, back to 2nd here. Probably could get 1st for a little bit more rotation. Up to 4th gear here, I like to hold it in 4th. Get a good exit up to as close as possible to the wall. Now looking for the 50 metre board here, turn in 4th gear corner, really quick corner. Prefer the old sling, but it's no longer there. Really got to ride that bump on the inside. Lost the back end there. Grip starting to really be affected. And now into the hairpin 1st gear. To try and really maximise your exit there. Maybe not the best from me, a little bit too slow on the throttle. Coming into this hairpin corner, I'm not really sure what the corner number is. I believe that's turn 15. Back down to 2nd. Now this is down to 3rd for me. I like 3rd. It really keeps the car a little bit more stable. Every time I go to 2nd, I feel like I lose the rear. Now coming under the bridge, back to 3rd. 2nd if you need to. Into 4th, short shift, and now into 3rd for this last chicane. And now coming to the last corner. I love this last corner around this track. You can absolutely throw the car in down the 5th gear, get the car turned in onto the throttle, full throttle, come across the line. We go fastest. A Mirror behind us goes even quicker on the medium tyre. So there's an absolutely brilliant lap from a Mirror. And on the medium tyre, fair play to him. My lap wasn't very good. He's been really quick, much quicker than what I have been around this track. So he's on pole for this Grand Prix. Harry lines up in 3rd with Mason in 4th. As now we'll go to the race. For the Singapore Grand Prix, we're going to line up 2nd. And today my strategy is going to be soft, medium, medium. A lot of people do prefer to go the medium, hard strategy. I just don't like the hard tyre around this track, and I actually just do genuinely believe that soft, medium, medium is the quicker strategy on race time. It's just all about if you can fight your way through the traffic, and if you can do that, it will definitely be quicker. But if you can't, then you'd obviously want the track position to go with the one-stop strategy. Because I've qualified on the soft tyre, I am definitely doing that strategy here today. Was planning on doing it anyway, despite the rain. I just believe it's the best strategy for me around this track. And yeah, we'll get into the race now. So yeah, we are, after winning last week, they didn't update the championship standings, so I can't put that in today's video. But just from the maths at all, we should be about 14 points behind Harry in the driver's standing. So we'll see how that all plays out today. But Amiral's going to be one to watch in this race. He's definitely the favourite. His hometown race, and Harry will also be really quick. I'm not too confident in my pace around this track. I was much more confident last week at Monza. So we'll see how it goes here in Singapore. The revs rise. 5 red lights coming on here for the Singapore Grand Prix. It's go for the Singapore Grand Prix. Not the best start by ourselves. The Mirror's got a flyer. We've got Harry coming around the outside. I'm going to have to give it up. We've been hit from behind. And now we slide into the Mercedes on the outside. We go into the Renault on the inside. It's all a bit of a disaster now. More contact from the Ferrari behind. The Toro Rosso of Mark, he goes around the outside. So that was a very messy first corner. Aaron a little bit wide into turn 5 there up ahead. And now we run down the back straight behind Mark in the Toro Rosso, pulling away from us. We're running quite high wings around this track. Mark's looking down the inside of Aaron. Aaron gives him the space, and now we're going to have a look. No, we're too far behind him. Mark, he's lost more damage. He's gone into the back of Aaron, and he's got some front wing damage, seeing that fly off. And now we are really desperately need to get past him as soon as possible. Don't want to be stuck behind him if he's going to have damage, and if he's going to be a little bit slower, because the guys at the front are already a long way ahead. They're already about 5 seconds ahead, so it's been a disastrous lap 1. Really poor start. Into turn 1. Not really much I could do about it, to be honest. Just kind of just caught in the middle, and we'll see what we can do about Mark here. He's very, very slow, and we can't really overtake here in this last sector either. So we're just gonna have to wait until the first lap. So the main straight, I know what I'm talking about. To the main straight, and look, he's very wide. He almost went into the wall there. He's really struggling with that front wing. I am expecting him to come into the pits, but he's wide once again, and he doesn't come into the pits though. And we're right up his gearbox, and he brakes. He understeers off the track. We easily slide past into 4th place, and now we are a long way behind Amiral, Hamish, Harry, sorry, and Hamish. Oh well, yeah, Hamish. Virtual safety car here on lap number 2, as actually Mark went into the wall, turned way too early into the Singapore sling, the old Singapore sling. And now here on lap 4, we're trying to catch up to the guys ahead, and this is the big moment of the race. All of a sudden, Harry has collected Amiral, and it was quite a big hit. Really unfortunate for Amiral at his home Grand Prix, and yeah, Harry just kind of went straight into the back of him. That was really not Amiral's fault. Nothing he could do about it. Harry was very apologetic about it as well. But yeah, it's kind of just one of those things in motorsport that happens in racing. Now we come into the pits here because it was a safety car. This really helps out my strategy on the 2-stop, because instead of having to gain back up the time on the guys that are 1-stopping, we can come right back up to them. And now it's effectively a 1-stop race, and we're going to go medium, and they're gonna have to go medium. They're gonna have to go onto the hard tyre. It's just going to be so much of an advantage towards the end of this Grand Prix. Anyway, so here comes the safety car restart. I'm not quite sure what happened apparently, but you can see we almost drove into the back of Hamish there, and apparently the guys at the front got slowed down because they were too close to the back of the safety car or something like that. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that was a bit weird. And anyway, now we come through. It started lap 7. We got the 2 McLarens ahead of us who haven't stopped yet, and me and Hamish are here on the medium tyres. We're on fresh tyres. We need to get past them as quickly as possible. You can see Jordan defending very hard there into turn 5. As now we've got the run down to turn 7, and Hamish is going to go to the outside. I'm looking for an opportunity anywhere I can find it, but I brake early. I thought smarter about it, and Hamish goes around the outside of Jordan, who's on the hard tyres, and we'll then go down the inside of him into turn 8. And I'm not sure what happened to him, but he did go into the wall there at turn 8. I definitely left him enough room. There was no contact, so not sure what happened to Jordan there. Maybe just didn't tuck in quick enough. So now we also got Super Nash Bros ahead in the other McLaren, who is also a bit slower at this stage of the race, and he makes a mistake into the hairpin, which releases me and Hamish to chase after the guys up ahead. And now moving to lap 8 though, however, Brett, who started the race on the hard tyres, is still on the hard tyres. You can see him struggling there, and Hamish now looking for the inside, but no way you're going to go up the inside there. Brett slams the door shut, so now Hamish is going to have to look for another avenue, and it could be possibly into turn 1 if he gets the run down here. We have a lot more grip on these tyres. We're a lot faster, and Brett is holding us up dearly. Harry is about 3 seconds ahead at this rate, so it's not really hurting us too badly at the minute. It was Brett very defensive in turn 1. Hamish tried around the outside. Brett once again very poor into turn 3. Now Hamish into turn 5 around the outside, but Brett's going to fight it really hard in this contact, and we're going to go underneath Hamish. Now we open the DRS, and we're going to slot into the slipstream here. We're gaining. He's going to go to the inside. I'm going to brake really late here on the brakes. Much later, much more confidence. Back down the second, he pushes us off the track here, and we now dive back up the inside into turn 8. Anyway, get the move done. We're now into second place, and we're going to chase after Harry, who's on the original mediums he started on, which have now done 13 laps. We're right behind him, and this is as soon as we caught him pretty much, and he comes straight into the pit lane, so he doesn't hold us up at all. Actually kind of just works for us that he released us, but now he's going to go on hards to the end of the Grand Prix for that one-stop strategy. Now move to lap 18, and I'm coming into the pit lane for my second set of medium tyres, and I thought at this rate I was going to come out behind Harry. I thought he would have the undercut, which he did. He would have had the undercut, but he was in traffic having to pass cars, and it really just worked out that from the fact that he was in traffic and wasn't able to get clean laps in, the fact that even though he would have been faster if he had those clear on those tyres, he just didn't have the put in the laps, and for whatever reason, and we're able to come out ahead, as you will see in. And that's really helped us in this race as Brett goes through, and so does Virage. So we almost crossed the pit exit line there. That really could have hurt us, but we just kept in the lines. Harry just comes out he's just behind us. Now behind Virage here. This is the same lap, first lap on these mediums. He hasn't got a great run through the hairpin there. And now we're coming into the next hairpin, and we are braking much later on the brakes. We go down the inside. There's a little bit of contact there at the apex, and he's really hanging on my rear of my car. We back down the inside. He's really fighting hard here. We leave him the space on the inside. Don't want to be turned into the outside wall, and we get the job done just from the grippier tyres. So that moves us into second place, and now Brett is ahead. And this is lap 22. He still is on his original hards. He still has not made a pit stop, and he makes another mistake into that chicane there. And he's really slow, quite considerably slower, and it's not really too much to do for this race. Really, we're gonna have the DRS here in turn 1. We got so much more speed through this last double left, and we easily pull alongside into turn 1. He doesn't fight too hard, and we get the job done. And now it's really just about controlling the race, and that's what we did for the last 8 laps. So really no threat from behind, and we're going to come through to take our second win in a row here in the Transnation Esports F1 League Oceania Regionals. And it was a good race. It was fun. Harry finished second. Hamish finished third. Brett is in fourth. Mason, who was running in third, did crash with about 2 laps to go, which was really unfortunate for him, and in the Mercedes. So Aaron in 5th as well, and Virage in 6th, with the 2 McLarens bringing up the rear in 7th and 8th place. I was going to say I didn't really have the pace at this Grand Prix. I was definitely not the fastest car, and the collision between Harry and Emeril was just very all unfortunate, and really lucky to get this Grand Prix win here at Singapore. Really lucked into this one, not by any driving. It wasn't my driving skill here today that helped me get this win. It was really just the matter of fact that those guys had an accident that really just opened the race up for us, and yeah, it was really unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes in motor racing. But anyway, guys, that's been today's Transnation Esports regional race here at Singapore for round 5. Leave a like on the video, leave your comments down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys for the next league race at the next Sunday at the Russian Grand Prix, where hopefully we have a little bit more action in terms of racing. It's been all a little bit these last 2 haven't been as action-packed, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Till then, goodbye.